hello, aloha, guten Tag, how are you doing? So, I've been suffering from art block for about a month now. I think it probably started when I finished painting my art portfolio for school, and since then every time I've tried to draw, it just hasn't looked good, or it's been really boring and stiff, or I just haven't been able to come up with anything. So today I decided that I would redraw my very first fanfiction character, Lucy Gardner, or Lucy Oswald. Now, it's been a long time since I've drawn Lucy. I think the last time I did actually draw her was probably the end of 2016, so it's been about 2 years. So what I wanted to do was redesign how she looked, because she originally started off as essentially a self-insert. She looked pretty much the same as I did, she dressed exactly the same as I did, right down to the bright blue hoodie. The only thing that was different was the fact that mine was actually a TARDIS hoodie and hers was just plain blue. She basically had the same personality as me. I've been fixing that for quite a while now, so that's fine. But I wanted her new design to reflect the kind of character that I want her to be. And it was a hell of a lot of fun, because most of my characters are all sort of like, they're very proper and normal, and there isn't really that much to say about them. But with Lucy, she's an extremely fun character. So I wanted her to sort of have a style inspired by the Doctor that she travels with, which is the 10th Doctor, because he's my favourite. And I wanted her to just look quite a bit different to every other character that I have come up with. It was really, really fun drawing this, but it was also very, very difficult. I had a lot of trouble with the pose, as you probably saw, especially the legs and the hand. Holy crap. Originally I wanted her to be sort of like spinning around, with her hand sort of stuck out, all cutesy, and then that wasn't working out with the leg, so I just decided to have her with almost like she's kind of half running-ish, with one leg up, sort of leaning forward slightly. And then I decided to have her holding a pencil, because she's not a very intelligent character, but she's very, very creative, and she spends most of her time drawing, to the point where she actually gets in trouble for it at school, because she doesn't focus on her schoolwork at all. And so I wanted her pose to kind of reflect that. And as for her outfit, she originally wore a hoodie, jeans, Converses and a t-shirt, so standard boring outfit that I would wear quite happily. But then I decided, well, hang on, if she's travelling with the Doctor, she's probably going to be influenced slightly by what he wears, so she is now wearing a cardigan that's very long and kind of reminds her of how swooshy the Doctor's coat is and all that. I did decide to keep the t-shirt, jeans and Converses, the Converses because of the Doctor again, but also because she does a lot of running, and so she wants to be wearing comfortable clothing. And she's not the kind of character to wear skirts or anything like that. She's not fancy, so apart from the cardigan, her outfit is pretty much the same. So originally she had very long hair, usually tied back or just left loose, and then I think it was the middle of 2016 I decided, well, what if she cuts it to shoulder length? That makes it slightly more practical, and it looks better than just long hair, and I can't draw long hair anyway, unless it's in a braid or whatever. And then I decided, well, she's an artsy character, and she probably wants to fit in with all of the people that she hangs around with, so why wouldn't she dye the tips of it? So now she essentially has like a chin-length bob with bright blue ends. That was a slight nod to what I did with my hair when I was 14. I just think it really, really suits her. I also love the way the hair looks. It's all kind of bouncy and fun, and it just... I think it's probably my favourite hair that I've ever painted, which is really saying something. I also deliberately kept it, like, the shading quite simple, because I did that in the original reference sheet that I did, but that was... with that, there was hardly any shading. Like, I don't think there was any actual shading at all, except maybe under her chin and possibly in her hair. But there were a few highlights, and that was basically all that I did. So with this, I kind of wanted to keep it simple again, but I wanted it to look a little bit more like cell shading, kind of. But I'm not very good at cell shading, so I kept it sort of painty, which is what I do. Oh, the background, yes, I had so much fun with the background. in the original reference sheet that I did for her, it's just a white background with, you know, her Harry Potter house, because that totally fits with Doctor Who, of course. A little bit about her, and that's it, basically. But with this one, I wanted it to be slightly more fun and interesting to look at, because I'm so bad for just leaving plain solid color backgrounds, and very stiff characters. So I decided to have her standing against a spacey kind of background, and then I was like, well, wouldn't it look cool if there were these swooshy kind of white things floating around her with like stars or whatever? And I just think I just love the way it turns out. It looks so cool, and it's very, very different to anything I've done before, and it adds a little bit of dimension to the drawing as well, which is something that I'm not very good at. But yeah, so I think that's it, basically. I don't know what else to say. I'm very bad at commentary, I'm so sorry. I just really love the way this turned out. I think it's so much more interesting than the original drawing that I did of Lucy 2 or 3 years ago. It looks so much more fun, and I really love it. So yeah, if you liked that, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you really want to, or if you think I'm interesting enough. You probably don't, because it's me, but whatever. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!